If you don't know what to do with this part of your body when it's not touching a partner, keep watching because sister, I got you covered. If you teach casino, it's also a very handy drill to have in the hip pocket because whether it's solo dancing or some of the common moves where the follow has an arm free, the lines you create here can make all the difference. And to get started, all we need is a pen. I'm gonna take my hand, bring my middle finger down, in these two lines underneath the pads of the fingers, I'm just gonna line the pen up right there. Bring the middle finger back up and I'm gonna hold the pen in between my middle and ring and pointer fingers. That's gonna start to give us a nice shape in the top part of our hand. You can probably see where this is going. For the next part, I'm gonna take my thumb and middle finger in the world's smallest violin, playing My Heart Cries For You. Once I'm done with that song, I'm gonna draw the thumb down to the base of the middle finger. Things are gonna feel kind of crampy. So what I'm gonna do is make some space between my thumb and middle finger. So I can take the pen out and I've got a pretty decent looking hand shape to start with. I can play with it a little bit. I can make it more intense if I want to, or I can dial it back a little and make it more subtle, but I'm gonna have some intention in the shape of my fingers and the lines that they're making. For the next part, we're gonna trade the pen for a table. I'm gonna maintain the pretty shape in the hand that I just made and let it rest. I can then lower my body just until my forearm makes contact with the surface and then lock in that position and raise myself back up. We don't need you anymore. So here we'll be left with a nice shape for our arm, and we just wanna make sure that it stays a little bit in front of us. It's not perfectly 180 degrees. I can still see it out of my peripheral. And if we can get comfortable here, you're gonna be really surprised in the difference that it can make for single arm turns, moves like the Cano, just by bringing the free arm into this position. For solo dancing, we can mirror the same thing on the other side, and if you wanna play here, you're all set. If you want something a little bit more subdued, we can leave the elbow where it is in space and point our hand and forearm towards our belly button to bring the hands into a frame in our center. I'm talking about leaving the elbow where it is in space because if we just said bring your hands and forearms to your center, we have a tendency maybe to lose the shape right here, which is gonna set us up for the T-Rex position. So you can have pretty hands and fingers and still these baby dino arms, and it all stems from losing this shape. So set the arms up out to the side, be intentional about leaving the elbow where it is in space, and point your hand and forearms towards your center. From there, we add some torso, some shoulder, and we'll be left with some natural looking body movement with a little added pizzazz in the hands and fingers, which for me looks nice. For the details on the shoulder, torso, hips, and all things ladies body movement, Clara has some videos on the channel, which I'll link in the description, and of course covers them extensively in the course Casino Fundamentals, which through New Year's Eve is on sale for the holiday price of $49. If you want to catch some workshops in person, we've got some fun dates set up for the first few months of the year. All the links in the description. If you'd like to come out, we'd love to see you. And until then, Happy New Year.